can definitely taste the fucking
Yeah,
you can taste the Diet Coke flavor in there.
Yeah, do you know why? Because it doesn't have real sugar.
Aspartame goes fucking hard, man.
Yeah, if you're trying to get cancer.
Actually, is that what this uses? Did they stop using aspartame because of that?
Yeah, no, Coke Zero doesn't use aspartame. It's Diet Coke that uses aspartame.
Oh.
I don't know what Coke Zero uses. It's supposed to...
Acesulfame with an M. Sure.
I see.
We'll call it Splenda.
I see. Yeah, and we'll call this the intro to the Antibodies podcast. Welcome in. I am Alex, and joining me are Matt and Tristan. How are y'all doing today?
I don't want to fucking talk about it.
Yeah, you're salty over winning a game, which is crazy to me.
It's not over winning a game.
You know what? I can't expect anything less from a world champ speedrunner at Lego Party. Genuinely.
Listen,
nothing but pure spite and salt in the
Some of us were destined for greatness from the day we were incepted. Not born, incepted.
You're right. Triple incepted into the One Piece flash. That it's triple inception. One Piece flashback.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
It's truly your 13th. But whenever you get done with it, you'll wake up and realize it was just another One Piece flashback. Anyways, not talking about One Piece in this episode, but instead we're talking about another great and historical Japanese tale, Heike Monogatari, and Inu-Oh, which is a soft, subtle sequel to the anime series. Put me in the little meme box, change my mind. Which is what I brought these two here to do today. But yeah, to see if you can change my mind that this is in fact not a soft sequel to the Heike Monogatari anime. I don't think you'll be able to.
I mean, what if I don't want to?
Why can't it be? Why can't it be?
Okay, good. Okay, awesome, because I think it's really cool, and I wish that this stuff like this would happen with other stories. But I get like that this
My Hero Academia
tale,
and My Hero Academia Vigilantes, same universe, different time period, different cast.
And Vigilantes is better.
True.
I mean,
it's not. It's up for discussion.
I don't want to make any enemies, but I am a Vigilantes guy. So, like, you're right. But, like, I don't want that to be the official stance of the podcast.
I think that's a good...
That's the official stance.
Okay. No, I'll lean into it. I'll lean into it then.
Yeah. But yeah, so... but before we dive into all that, make sure y'all go ahead and rate us, review us. If you're on Spotify, you... little comment on what you think about the episode or really anything that's going on, we'll read it. We haven't done that in a while, but we do still do that if that's something that is interesting. Did I forget anything else for the plugs, guys? I don't think so.
No, I think that was everything.
Yeah, awesome. So
check out Tristan's Twitch account.
Oh yeah, check out Matt and Tristan's.
That I haven't streamed on forever.
Yeah. Check out Matt and Tristan's Twitch accounts, which are both going to be linked in the podcast description under the buddy links, along with our Discord. Which, if you like our podcast, go ahead and join.
If you want to talk to us and tell us we're great or tell us we're terrible, hop in the Discord. We'll respond.
True. We are open to all criticism. Fair and balanced, as all things should be. As a great alien once said.
He was so right too.
True, good old Rupert Murdoch. Anyways, what's been up with y'all? How's y'all's week been?
I get it. You said Australian. I get it. It's been an eventful week. Notably, basketball's back. So
True.
Very pleased with that for the most part, but the 76ers have had a very condensed schedule this week. They've played 2 back-to-backs this week, and they have another one in the middle of next week. So
there's
good,
a chance.
A lot of basketball, love it. But at the same time, it's been consuming a lot of my life, and I've fallen behind on a lot of stuff because I didn't get to play Dispatch until yesterday.
Oh, how is it?
I'm like, it's fucking fantastic. I mean, it's Critical Role,
Okay.
so, you know.
True.
Yeah, I saw that and I got a little bit less interested. Just
No, it's really fucking good. It's Critical Role production, like voice acting and stuff. It's not Critical Role like the presentation of the podcast.
All right, that's fair. Again, nothing against Critical Role. I think that they make good content. I like almost everybody that's ever been on there. I even enjoy I even like the Vox Machina. I just like don't want everything to become that. I feel like they're getting too big.
I get it. Yeah, they have
I like it though. I like it.
Not
I
a
like
formula,
that they're getting
but
big.
they have a style.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways, Dispatch is really good and it has me looking forward to spoiler, I guess it'll be on our next season at some point next year. But they have another spin-off production coming out that is not The Legend of Vox Machina, but kind of like a different campaign setting around it with different characters, but like the same cast and voice acting and everything.
And Critical Role produce an animated version of any of the Dimension 20 series, please? That'd be really fantastic, actually. I think a fantasy. Personally, I think it would go really good. But you know, I know that those are two big brands having to come together to make something good for the fans. But these are two brands that do love their fans.
Like Disney and Google coming together to present the NFL product to millions of viewers. Oh, never mind. Wait. They don't want to do that shit.
No. This is like 2006 Xbox and 2006 Bell coming together to give the Halo 2 codes exclusive at Taco Bell with your Baja Blast. That's what it is.
I remember that actually.
Exactly. That's
the origin of Baja Blast. That was insane.
That's what we call peak society.
I was working at Taco Bell when Baja Blast came out.
I'm just saying.
That was fucked. I drank a lot of Baja Blast that year.
Baja Blast is good, dude. Baja Blast is good.
All right,
not gonna front.
My ass was taking apart the fucking soda dispenser and putting extra syrup into the Baja Blast after filling up a cup of it. Like, it was not good behavior. Santa doesn't give a shit about it, but it's not good behavior.
Yeah, that's the type of theft we allow. We can't really quantify that.
True. As for myself, we had the League of Legends Worlds. We got SKT hitting the 3-peat. Faker is solidified GOAT. We're not getting the downfall yet. Maybe next year.
True, dude. Dom's gonna coach. He's not washed. Unfortunately.
I think I could take him.
It may be in Lego Party.
I think I have a better chance at beating Faker in mid lane than I do at beating Magnus Carlsen at chess.
All right, so Faker at mid lane, Magnus Carlsen at chess, LeBron in a dunk contest, or
Faker in mid lane is the easiest of those three, men. And like, I think I'm pretty fucking good at chess too.
I was trying to think of a good one to make a joke about cucking you, but I couldn't think of someone in time. So,
my wife's boyfriend beating me at Mario Kart.
Yeah, there it is. Which of the four do you think you have the best chance?
Listen, let me tell you something about my wife's boyfriend. He let me win once. And I was
yeah.
really, really happy. But then the next race, he didn't let me win again.
Not such a nice guy.
No.
I see. I'm sorry to hear
Real
that.
piece of work, that guy. I fucking hate him. I can't stand the guy. But, he's doing active service, so whatever.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's her love language.
I just imagine it's one of those things where it's like
My love language is beating the shit out of my friends at Lego Party.
Oh, don't I know it?
I imagine it being your wife's boyfriend and you were playing and you're like being all pouty and he's like, you know what? I'll let you win this next one. Lets you win, and then you're like a sore winner about it, and he was like, that was a mistake. I'm gonna put you in your place.
I was a sore winner as a fucking kid too.
Dude, yep, that's definitely happened with me and Logan. Once in Pokemon, I was like, yep, I'm not letting that shit happen again. I'm sorry, kid.
Here, kid,
Sorry,
hold
son.
this L. I'll be right back. While I was out, I got you another L.
All right. It's all right. Whenever he did beat me, though, in an honest, fair battle, we went and got ice cream afterwards. I was like, that was
You gotta give it up then, yeah.
I was like, that was a well played battle. But yeah, Tristan, your week.
Yeah. What have you been up to?
Work, worlds, watching anime. It's really been it. I haven't really been up to a whole lot else. It's been a fairly.
Oh yeah, that's right, dude. I asked you, and then we talked about Faker. I'm so sorry.
No, but like
It's
we
all good.
were wanting to talk about Tristan, not Faker.
Yeah, true. Okay, I guess I'll talk about.
I bet Tristan could also beat Faker in mid lane. Shit, Tristan, I bet if you and I duoed mid lane, we could probably beat Faker in like at least half of matchups.
I don't know. I'm a support player. I don't really do DPS.
That's okay. Support me. I got you.
Heard.
Fair.
I
mean, I feel like you should start small with someone like Ferguson or someone.
I have the golden prestige skin on Caitlyn, and I have a 0% win rate with her. So see how this one goes. I'm over my career 0 for 2.
Okay, that's not bad. That's like me on Kalista. Not bad.
I just the only time I ever play bot lane is when I'm brand support.
Makes sense.
Okay, yeah, that'll work out great. Yeah, you'll go brand. Tristan will go
support
Bell.
was fucking fun. That's a thing too. Well, maybe not anymore. It was.
Ornn support is fun, except for that you don't get to use the passive. Like the point of playing Ornn is the masterwork passive for your team. And if you go support, you don't get to use that unless it goes like 40 minutes.
Fair.
True.
But so otherwise, yeah, Ornn support is fun.
I fuck with Ornn support. I even tried to make Ornn jungle a thing because of the whole not having to back to shop thing.
That was a thing for a little bit, actually.
And, I might have been too late to the party, but I constantly get made fun of by Jake about it still. But Ornn support I did fuck with because being able to keep your lane presence like that and stall waves out, and also just the raw CC was
Ornn jungle's good. Yeah, you just had to go unsealed spellbook.
That, and then there was a meta where Ornn support was like a cheese lane, because what you do is you'd start your pillar, throw it in front of your own minions, and you would deny the enemy from getting level 2, and then you just cheesed the rest of the lane.
Yeah.
It was a really dumb strat, but it worked.
Stalling your own fucking waves to force them to come further in? That's so fucking funny, oh my god!
Yeah, dude, Ornn's a good champion, dude. I like Ornn.
Imagine burning mana for that in the first, 30 seconds of it. No, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, I had a friend that used the Ornn support thing and cheesed his way to, Diamond or something stupid, and I was like, you're dumb.
So goofy.
I mean, if it works, it works, but I'm not stooping so low to that. I want to throw hands. Give me Leona.
True. A real support champion.
Love it.
I love Leona, dude. Leona's so good. That's another one of my faves.
Seeing Leo in Worlds multiple times was hype as hell.
Hell yeah. As for me, I played I played some games. Sweet.
Ooh.
I guess I'll start with the God of War talk. Just finish that up. I finished the first one.
Okay.
And overall, I enjoyed it. I was debating about starting Ragnarok or not. I was really debating about it. I was like, I might as well, because I feel like outside of like Metal Gear and Yakuza, I would like to play all the like major Sony modern major Sony first party games.
Sure.
To see if they're like as fun as they used to be. You know what I mean? Because I feel like if the games aren't fun, why are we spending upwards of hundreds of millions of dollars making them? Even if they look beautiful and the stories are really good and the acting's good and the performances are great. First and foremost, is the game fun to play? And in some ways, Ragnarok is fun, but like also I think it's actually insisting upon of itself with how long it's like dragging out with just one, the introduction of new systems, and two, how many new systems there are. Like I get what they're doing, like you're very clearly going to kill Kratos, and we're continuing the story with Loki probably traveling across to the other realms or whatever now. So like you have to like build up and really like get a foundation of who Loki is. We're not gonna get a God of War type story for like Kratos' original God of War story for whatever the god is, god of whatever we're gonna end up calling Loki. So like I get all that. Like I think that's like being done good, but like I'm not having fun playing the fucking game. Like that's all I want. I just want to have fun.
That's how I felt
like
playing
this,
the newest Mafia game.
Like I like the story that's happening. I find the villains entertaining. Honestly find like the Odin and Thor interactions a lot more enjoyable than what they're doing with the Kratos storyline. Back with like in the world between worlds. It just feels. It feels like they really want you to care that they're going to kill Kratos. They really want you to care about this.
I just feel like he's been around for so long, it's hard to care.
Well, like that's the thing. Like he's technically died before, whenever he had to escape the underworld.
Yeah, and like God of War
stuff,
2.
but yeah, but like that was like part of the actual gameplay and shit. So like it was cool and fun and like, oh yeah. But like no, here he's just gonna like actually we're done with him forever. So like they're really trying to like humanize him, like really humanize him here and show that he's not like as cold and callous as we might think he was. But like you actually paid attention to how he was acting and talking in 2018. You got that. Like he was very clear character growth. So I just feel like it's a little bit much for it apparently being a almost 30-hour game. But anyways, yeah, shit's crazy. I'm just trying to rush it because I don't feel like dealing with this. But like I said, I like the story, and graphically, most of it's improved. I don't see the controversy about the reused animations. I would rather complain about the reusage of puzzle mechanics.
Reused animations as if you don't have like a button that does the exact same animation every time you press it.
Exactly. But yeah, the reusage of the puzzle mechanics for some of them it's so egregiously annoying at this point. Like where did all the money go? Is it just for the graphics and the performances and not like developing interesting gameplay loops? Instead of like, I go here, I do a puzzle, I fight some things, you tell me some maybe super interesting or mildly interesting backstory, and then I rinse and repeat. Like that's what we're doing right now. Like at least in the little bit that I played in Horizon, I gotta like hide in the grass. I gotta try to get the stun shit off on the robots. I can't be spotted by the robots. Just trying to get, there's just more to it instead of just walking around. Anyways, enough complaining about God of War, even though they're totally fine and acceptable video games. I played Stray because that came to PS Plus, and I really liked it. I wish I didn't. I was trying to beat it.
Shit, is that this month?
Yeah, it's this month.
Oh,
It's,
shit,
it's like the only. It's like the only game worth playing. Unless they're adding fully all the Ratchet games in 5 days, but you have to be on premium, which like
Ratchet and Clank Deadlock. I think it's just Ratchet Dead. Actually,
no, yeah, that one's already on there. No, they're adding like the 1 through 4. They already have like the back half of the series. They don't have the front half.
right.
And then I played Tinykin, which is like it's kind of like Pikmin. And it was good. I really liked it. It was a lot shorter than I thought it'd be. That show was like 5 hours. But it was also on sale for $5. So that was fine. But unlike Pikmin, where Pikmin is like a mix between like puzzles, collection, and combat, Tinykin is like just puzzles that like allow you to complete your like stuff to finish out the levels stuff, with no combat.
Like
you can definitely feel,
Planet.
yeah, and you can definitely feel the lack of combat. It doesn't have the same tension that is like essential to the Pikmin formula, and it doesn't have the time limit, which is also essential to the Pikmin formula. So you can just kind of like waddle, like twiddle around.
Time limits. That sounds nice, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that people don't like the time limits. I like the time limits in Pikmin games. It makes me feel like I have to like focus and hunker down and like really, it's a part of the immersion factor. Like, yeah, I'm not a natural inhabitant of this planet, and these things will kill me. I don't have like shelter. I should leave. But yeah, no, I actually really like Tinykin, and I hope they make a second one because I think there's some that were really, really good about the game. Like I liked the usage of some of the creatures, and I like the like room puzzle design as well. And I think that these things like have I think the game has legs. What I'm saying. So hopefully there's more. It came out like 3 years ago, and it's by an indie team, so maybe. I feel like that and Stray, if they were going to get direct sequels, we should be hearing about them pretty soon.
True.
I don't think Stray's getting a sequel. I think they
would
very
be
nicely
crazy.
kind of wrap things up.
But they
from
didn't,
like a story
though.
Perspective.
But they didn't, though, because the robots are now leaving the city, and there's the giant fucking eyeball thing underground. That did not get touched.
The giant eyeball thing's still underground. You can stay there.
Yeah, but these things, as stated, evolve very quickly. So now that the sunlight is there, they're probably going to evolve to not be super affected by the sunlight. And just because the story's over with the fucking your robot companion, that specific cat, doesn't mean they can't just whip up another cat or two and call it Strays and make it a co-op adventure game. You know how much? It'd be so much money.
True.
I would fuck with a co-op cat platformer.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it'd be so good, and it's right there. It's so good. It's right there.
It Takes Two formula too, where they put mini games in for like little PvP moments.
And not just that.
Competitive yarn ball batting. Hell yeah.
We have to remember that this game did win Indie Game of the Year in 2022. So definitely got a lot of money just for that.
Nice. Yeah.
And I didn't play Dragon Quest because I've just decided I want to play my PlayStation. So I'll get back to it. That's probably what I'll do after God of War, as I decide between which of the Sony third-person action adventure games I want to play next. Fucking me. Outside of Astrobot, which is fantastic.
Play Spider-Man Remastered.
I already played the Spider-Man games this year.
Play it again.
I could go for the platinum.
and then get the mod so we can play it together.
Mm.
Nah, dude. Nah. If Sony wanted us to play multiplayer Spider-Man, they wouldn't have canceled it.
Rest in peace.
Actually, rest in peace, dude. Actually, rest
Could
in
have
peace.
had it all. Could have had it all.
Could have had it all. And I don't even like what I played from The Last of Us, really, but they also canceled that. I feel like people would have loved that.
Last of Us PvP was fucking shit all those years back. So
Yeah,
I didn't really
factions.
care about having multiplayer in it this time around. But story was good. Single player version.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, people like really like these games and stuff, so I feel like there's got. Kristen, actually, before we dive into the episode a little bit more, have you played any of the like modern Sony first party games?
What do you mean?
Like, have you played like The Last of Us, God of War, Horizon, the Ghost series, Rise of the Ronin, I believe as well?
I played Last of Us, the first one, like ages ago. I really don't remember that much about it. Played the Spider-Man game. That's like the only reason I got a PS4.
That was a good reason too.
Yeah, that's really it. I really enjoyed Spider-Man, but I was also a little let down by it. Thought it could have been a little bit better.
And you should play 2. You should play 2 or Miles Morales.
I need to.
I would recommend Miles Morales more. Actually, Miles Morales is better. Spider-Man 2 suffers a little bit from the Sony overproduction, and like a little bit in this. There's a
Spider-Man 2.
It's good. It's really good. Like it really is an improvement on Spider-Man 1. The story unfortunately does peak before the final boss.
I mean,
unfortunately. Well, yeah,
I'm okay
it
with
peaks
that.
before the final boss.
I'm okay with that. I know sometimes that'll make the ending feel a little hollow, but I'm okay with that.
I will say,
I think that happens in Spider-Man a lot, where like Peter Parker's suffering comes to like a point, and then after that is like when things start getting resolved. Is when we finally have him confront the final boss.
Yeah,
and then there are situations where his shit is just in shambles, and he beats them until they fucking cry.
True.
But no, I liked it overall. They did keep the Mary Jane sections in, so player beware. However you feel about those. However, they did.
What game?
One of them on Spider-Man 2. Yeah. I know. However, I will say playing the Mary Jane section into is what inspired me to want to play Metal Gear. I was like, damn, this is actually fun as fuck.
No, yeah, good stealth gameplay.
It was actually really good. So, but it is annoying. Like, I get the annoyance factor of it.
I see why people would reasonably complain about it, in that like it's not in the vibe of the game you're trying to necessarily play. When you're playing as Spider-Man, you feel like you can fight all 50 bad guys at once. And then when they immediately put you into Mary Jane, who is entirely like a defensive character where your objective is just not to engage the bad guys, it's like there's some culture shock there or whatever. But it's been taken too far with the, oh, she's not even hot. It's like
who cares?
It's okay, you know what?
He doesn't have to be. As long as Peter finds her attractive, that's all that really matters.
It's a fucking video game character. Aunt May wasn't supposed to be hot either. Oh well.
But yeah, no, Spider-Man 2 was good. Yeah, if y'all play it, let me know.
I need to break my League addiction and reset my brain so I can focus on long story formatted games.
Yeah, I'm not positive my PC can handle Spider-Man 2.
Well, man, you just gotta get a PS5.
True.
That sounds really expensive.
Only like $400.
Hey, you can find one for cheaper on Marketplace.
What if I play Spider-Man 2, the video game from like 2006?
That would be hype as
You
hell.
probably have just that'd also be just as good of a time.
Guys, what do you mean? Spider-Man 2 was incredible. Graphics were kind of shit though.
Yeah, that's
For
what
the-
I'm
for
saying.
the
Like you'd
time,
have just as
great.
yeah.
For real.
I will
though.
say a little mild spoilers for Spider-Man 2. I think I prefer the Venom stuff in Web of Shadows. How it was done in Spider-Man 2. Like just the
Interesting.
mob, just the like mob enemies and stuff, not the actual like boss stuff involving Venom and like how the city looked and everything. I think I prefer Web of Shadows.
Okay.
I think it's
can
been
dig it.
forever since I played Web of Shadows. Actually, when I beat Web of Shadows, I was like, "Wait, I beat Web of Shadows." This didn't feel like the end, but I also chose Black Cat. So I was like, "Why would I choose Mary Jane?"
True.
If I'm getting the choice, I'm not
Mm.
going to go with the canon option.
Faithfulness to the story is why.
Yeah, but also no. You're giving me the choice to free Peter Parker from his prison of Mary Jane. Anyways, let's free some souls, guys. Let's free some souls. We're here to talk about again, Heike Monogatari and Inu-Oh, both of which were done by Science Saru, both in the year 2022. Heike Monogatari started airing January 13th and it ended on March 24th. Inu-Oh aired on May 28th, 2022. Heike Monogatari is an adaptation of a classic Japanese, I guess we call it an epic,
Sure.
of the same name, which is a retelling of. Oh my gosh, I watched a video about this on YouTube to get the actual war name, but we'll just call it the Genji War, which brought about like the end of like the samurai era, or end about this era of samurai, as my brain is recalling. And then Inu-Oh is placed approximately 500 years later, and it is about a Biwa priest and a young child who is cursed by his father seeking power and fame. They are retelling and they are telling the untold stories of the Heike. But yeah, have either of y'all heard of either the Heike story, or Inu-Oh before this?
I remember.
Negative.
I remember seeing when the Heike story came out. I really thought the art style was unique and interesting. The plot seemed kind of interesting. It added it to my watch list. I just never actually got around to it. But I do remember hearing good things about it when it had come out. Inu-Oh, I had not actually heard of, but
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Very interesting that you didn't. Okay. Matt, how about you?
Negatory.
Okay.
That tongue. I have none exposure to either of these, or I guess had none exposure to either of them. So much so that I suppose prior to this week, I would have probably just let this one blend in with all of the other Monogataris.
Yeah. I know y'all are giving me a little bit of a rub about that.
It's like a season.
I was like, no, it's literally an entirely different thing.
It's basically just a genre at this point.
It literally, I mean, maybe that word just means story. Maybe that's what that means.
Wild statement there, but I'll believe it.
Well, it's like everything that has wars in the name is connected to Star Wars. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, Gears of War,
Star Wars,
God of War.
It's true.
True. Remember when
Kratos
those are
and Palpatine teamed up to take down
I know that
the
these are jokes
from Halo Wars.
But these are all big American franchises that are all in Fortnite, I believe.
You know me. I love Big America.
True. Who doesn't?
Call us Fujimoto. But yeah, as for me, I had watched the Heike Monogatari show without ever actually realizing that it was a historical account. I did some actual digging, and I was like, "Wow, no wonder I like this so much." Maybe that website that tracks what your favorite genres wasn't wrong when it said my favorite genre is historical anime. Maybe it wasn't wrong. Anyways, and then I had seen previews for Inu-Oh, and I had decided I was going to see it even before finishing Heike Monogatari without realizing they were connected. Because of who the director for Inu-Oh was. Would any of y'all like to take a guess? He's a very prominent anime director.
I don't know.
We have watched multiples of his shows beforehand.
I know it's someone from Science Saru, but that's all I know. I don't actually know who it is.
It is one
guy that did Dan, I guess.
No. Studio did it. It is one Masaki Uwasa. He has done Devilman Crybaby, Tatami Galaxy, Ping Pong, the animation, Keep Your Hands Off Azukin, Michiko to Hachin, Kaiba.
Makes sense.
Fucking yeah. So you could say the podcast likes some Uwasa properties. We've definitely Samurai Champloo as well. He worked on that. So I'm a fan. And then I was pleasantly surprised halfway through the movie whenever I realized, oh, I just watched the show about this. This is fucking awesome. And then after seeing that that they were done by the same studio and knowing how production schedules work, I haven't done any. I have to keep this such a theory. I'm not looking into if they've done interviews about this at all or anything like that, because it just feels like this is what happened. They're oh, we're gonna adapt this famous story, and then Uwasa saw what they were doing. They're like, damn, I kind of like this adaptation. What if I did my own thing with it? And then here we go.
True.
And then they came out around the same time.
I mean, both were done by Science Saru, so it'd make a lot of sense.
Both were done by Science Saru, and with the date that the movie came out, it would give you just enough time to watch all of Heike Monogatari, even if you had to watch reruns on TV, to then go see Inu-Oh in the theaters.
True.
I fucking love that studio cohesion. I love that. That's so good. That's so good of them. Actually so fucking good of them. Sorry to spit mild capitalism at the audience, but that's so good.
I mean, it's really neat. I'm not an anime and movie theaters guy. I mean, for obvious reasons now, but even before.
We might have to do it again in December. Well, maybe not, because we're going to cover it for next season. But apparently, JJK, the next part's going to be. So we might even not have to watch a whole season of JJK, Matt. We might just have to watch the movie. Because the movie should just be the Maki stuff. The good stuff. It's the good stuff.
The whole Culling Games is in the movie? Or the movie is
not
just
the
cutting
it's the Maki
out
stuff. It'd be the Maki stuff before the Culling Games.
Okay.
It's the good. Yeah, it's the good stuff.
I thought that happened during the Culling Games.
No, it's right before.
Well, shit.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's gonna be the good stuff, and then we just don't have to watch that. Exactly. Then we don't have to watch the Culling Game, and everybody. Well, we're gonna have to watch a little bit of the Culling Game.
Why is that?
We got to see the gambling guy.
Yeah, I guess he's kind of goated.
Yeah. Come on, the gambling guy and the comedian. Come on now. We got to see those two at least. Who gives a fuck about the judge?
I sent an edit of what's his face, the comedian guy, doing like meow meow. The kitty is drowning in peak fiction, and I forget who I sent it to, but they didn't believe it was a real panel from JJK.
It's so good. Anyways, not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Heike Monogatari and Inu-Oh.
Yes.
So, Heike Monogatari opens up on essentially the rich abusing the poor, and
So true, bestie.
and then the poor that is fed getting abused, getting a vision of her abusers all dying, and it's like, well, I guess we'll see what that's about. And then she tries not to see what that's about, and it all goes downhill. Turns out old men wanting to retain and secure power for their family for generations usually leads to bad outcomes for the people involved. Usually.
Having
Usually
ambitions that will outlast your mortal being seems honorable until it's implemented like this.
Yeah, until it's implemented. Once once you have a little slogan saying, "If you're not this, you're not a person," maybe you've gone too far.
Yup. I thought about doing a really funny bit where I, with my fucked up hairline, did the thing where my hair looked like all the kids' hair in this show. Where it's like here and then brush everything out to the sides and have a little fucking like umbrella going on.
I almost think that'd be appropriation because that's like it's a status symbol.
Is it?
Yeah.
Dog, I'd be killing it.
That's why it was such a huge offense when they went and cut off all the top knots.
Mm-hmm.
Or like
maybe
when you
that's
become
what
a nun, you cut off all your hair. Nun, monk,
maybe that's what I need. Top knot, baby.
It's kind of an example. It's another example of. Well, I'm not going to say it's an example of colorism, but it's like colorism. How like lighter shades became favored because those are the people that didn't have to work in the field. So they obviously weren't in the sun, so their skin were lighter. So they're like, oh, they're well off and wealthy. Like if you're rich and powerful enough, you're allowed to have long, beautiful hair that takes hours to do every morning before you go out and talk the shit with people.
It's true. They just let you do it.
Job.
They let you do anything.
Mm-hmm. Essentially, almost anything. And then Inu-Oh is opens up on another poor who is doing a little bit of diving. Him and his father are employed by some people looking for the sacred treasures, which, as we have just finished Heike Monogatari, we should. I totally forgot what the sacred treasures are, but essentially what they were gifts by given to the first emperor of Japan from one of their goddesses, I believe, to signify their rule and that they are of divine stature.
They're basically the Millennium artifacts from Yu-Gi-Oh!
I believe there's a sword, a fan, and an orb, but I'll double check that.
I remember a sword and a fan. I don't remember the last one, but
the last one was definitely a ball then, because I said ball is life.
True.
When they were talking about, well, maybe we could buy time if we give them back the sacred treasures, and then they drowned a fucking child.
Yeah. So 3 sacred treasures. Yeah, it's a sword, a mirror, and a jewel. Yeah. And they were a gift from Amaterasu. See, See, sometimes I just need to really fully connect my thoughts, and then I can recall information I've learned passing. Anyways, he's doing some diving from the sacred treasures. It turns out he does find the sword. His father then opens the sword on the boat, kills himself, and blinds his child.
So true, bestie.
As you do when you find sacred treasures.
Yep, child then goes on to become a Biwa priest. A Biwa priest? Didn't we just have another Biwa priestess in the show? Interesting.
The plot
very interesting. And then he, upon his priestly journeys, comes across well, I guess he wouldn't know that he's deformed, but a very bright spirit who does some singing and dancing, and they put on Michael Jackson concerts for the people of Japan in the 60s, essentially. And then, as the rich and powerful do, they get jealous and say, "You got to cut that shit out."
So true.
And then one of them says, "Sure, I'll cut that out so long as I can do it. That's fine, I guess." And then another one's like, "No,
I refuse.
I'm not selling out." Refuse. And then he dies. And then they meet in the afterlife, in modern Kyoto, I guess, because that's where they died. So, yeah, that's essentially what happened.
True.
Before we dive into like characters and stuff, I guess to further why I think it's a stealth sequel is largely the Biwa tie-in. I like to think that somehow he came across Biwa's Biwa, the priestly journeys. That's majorly headcanon. That's never shown anywhere at all whatsoever.
It'd be a neat little connection, though, especially
Absolutely.
being that I imagine something about reused animations. They already have the asset of the Biwa that they can easily replicate.
Exactly.
I don't know. There's so much time that passes. I feel like it's more of just exposure to her original songs that were written.
Yeah, something like that. And then the supernatural elements as well, because we straight up did see an Oni get summoned in Heike Monogatari.
Okay, so it blew my mind that it was kind of like public knowledge among the Heike or Heisei that this kid could see into the future, and there's no way that they take in an orphan and after the guy dies that actually cares about her, there's no way she's not immediately being exploited to execute all of their enemies or whatever.
Well, she wouldn't give up the goat on what's going to happen.
True.
Which, I wouldn't either if, the second major vision I saw after your entire clan dying was the only one of you that's nice to me dying vengefully in a river. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to share any of this. But yeah, that's pretty, those are the major connections as to why I think that these two are definitely, if not legit timeline connected. Because, as much as I believe magic is real and that there are forces beyond our control and imagination, I don't necessarily think that, we're summoning ancient demons in Japan to fight our enemies. Something like that. But yeah, what did y'all think of the show? Or the show and movie? The back-to-back double feature from the Annie Buddies, because we just did one for Chainsaw Man too.
Sure.
Which is an actual full connection. That's just straight A to B on the plots.
I don't know, man. The story was good, but it seemed really odd. Just the way it was kind of being presented. Maybe odd isn't the right word.
No,
the way it was being presented as I'm a child that witnessed horrible atrocities, and my entire life from then on out is basically going to continue to be witnessing horrible atrocities. And it's it felt like they were trying too hard to make me feel bad for a character that at every opportunity was practically shrugging and saying oh well, this is my life, I can't change it.
I think, okay, so this is an actual historical thing. So I think a lot of the problems I had with the narrative come from trying to condense a story that takes place over decades into a 11 episode format. Because one of my biggest complaints,
11 was a weird number too.
Yeah, one of my biggest complaints was, and this is just a me problem. I really hate Japanese historical pieces where everyone's name is damn near the exact same, because it gets very convoluted for me, because I have a hard time differentiating them.
The Emperor's Kids, Jaden, Braden, Caden.
Yeah. Pretty much. That's essentially what it is. Yeah.
And not only that, with this art style, some of the characters looked very similar, even though they were very different. And that did not help with me getting confused at times, because they would start talking about someone and I'd be like, who the fuck is this person again? And then the really weird time jumps that weren't even necessarily mentioned. You're just supposed to know, oh, hey, we just fast forwarded years. And it'd be
this is that guy, he's 30 now.
Yeah, but like
they don't even tell you it's that guy. Someone says his name while they're addressing him, and you kind of just have to put the pieces together.
And the other thing that kind of irked me with the time skips is some of the character designs didn't change that much, and it would be like, okay, you still look like a 10-year-old, but you're 20 now? Okay, I guess. But
that's that pampered lifestyle.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, outside of those like couple of just like really small nitpicks, I really enjoyed the art style. The story was super interesting, especially knowing that it was like a historical thing. I think I enjoyed the movie a little bit more though. I'm a sucker for a musical.
I share the name complaint and character design issues as well. Especially specifically with this show. With this show, it's egregious. But like I understand that one, they're like all related, and like some of them like super related, if you get what I mean.
Incest.
And then straight up them doing the
couple of these characters do look like incest babies too.
Yeah.
And then them doing the Japanese equivalent of Jaden, Braden, Caden, Schmaden with the names did not necessarily help, but I agree. I think that the actual like the story and stuff overall really carries it. I did like that it looks like distinctly unique, like both the show and the movie. And like Tristan, we were actually talking about this yesterday. I like that this is like a good musical, and like Inu-Oh makes sense as a musical, unlike Rose of Versailles, which does not make sense as a musical. Why did they make the Rose of Versailles movie a musical? I was really looking forward to the Rose of Versailles movie, but now I'm not going to watch it because it makes no sense as a musical, especially if we're only doing one Rose of Versailles movie. Sorry. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, I like them overall, and I'm intrigued to actually read the full book. I imagine that this would be like if there was like an anime version of like the Odyssey or like the Iliad or something like that. Like
okay, but that could go hard as fuck.
That shit would be dope as
hell. That could go hard as fuck, man.
It would go so hard, but they're not gonna do the whole Odyssey.
Do it like Vinland Saga. Do it like Vinland Saga. It'll be perfect.
It would be so hard. It'd be super dope, but like they're not going to do all of it. And I imagine for a Japanese audience, those time skips would make a little bit more sense, because I would assume that this is like a very prevalent story with how it's over 1,000-year-old story at this point, you know? So it's like really I would assume really in the culture, because, you know, especially amongst just watching different animes, reading different manga, playing different Japanese videos games. You know, there's always a Taira clan somewhere. I mean, there's always like they're very referenced. So I think those things would probably went over a little bit easier with the home audience, which this was probably originally intended for, anyways. So I'm a little bit more okay with it, but like as a dumb American. It did hurt my brain on both watches trying to keep up. So I just looked at their faces and started calling them Sun 1, Sun 2, Sun 3, Sun bitch.
Yep.
In that order. But yeah. I guess. Which one do y'all want to talk about first? I guess it would make sense to talk about the show first because I did tell y'all to watch that one first.
I mean, it does set up
Um,
the whole story for what is talked about in Inu-Oh, so it makes sense.
Very true. Um, so yeah. What were some like highlights in the show for y'all? We'll start with high points.
I think you go ahead, Tristan.
Shigemori, the son of the bitch ass old man trying to consolidate and keep all his power. Poor
Yep.
Shigemori. This guy is like, yo, you're not in the right. You're really making things worse for us. Everything that happens,
Very
he's
much.
he's the one that goes around
Very
trying
much.
to pick up the pieces. And you know, that guy didn't deserve what he got. It was a tragedy. You know, if only good old dad passed away a little sooner, you know, Shigemori probably would have been a good political leader, and people probably would have really enjoyed. I mean, we know people enjoyed him. He had his own political backing that was there for him, and not his father.
Well, very specifically, yeah, he was talking about I will gather troops, not in your favor, but against you. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, not only probably outside backing, but it would probably cause a schism within the clan too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so it's just really unfortunate because it's like, he had so much potential, and really your whole life boiled down to, oh, I got to clean up the sins of my father and pay for the sins of my father.
Which he should not have had to do in the first place.
Yeah. And then, you know, second son takes place and kind of holds the reins, and let's be real, second son is looking like one of those inbred babies. So,
Uh-oh.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit.
you know,
He ain't great. He ain't great.
Great.
The children of Shigemori also were just tragic characters.
I will say
they were so
the
young
bit
whenever
with
they had to,
Koromori
like,
being
step up
afraid of
and-
birds was pretty fucking funny.
I mean, it makes sense because he's
Well, it costs.
he's like what 16,
Like, as-
being in his first
Well,
like
like,
real
As
battle.
as like a small child, it's a callback to that moment when he and Biwa are like walking down one of the paddocks or whatever across like a little bridge or something, and some birds pop out and he almost like shits his pants, and she makes fun of him for it. And then that same exact reaction to basically the exact same stimulus when his nerves are on end for that first battle, being basically the reason the clan starts to unfold, is it's goofy. That's what it, at the end of the day, it's goofy.
It's a cosmic jumbo, cosmic gumbo, if you will.
Yeah, it kind of
Of,
moves to
of
the
cool.
beat of jizz.
Kind of. You know, given the fact that they're children and whatnot, in these circumstances.
They do be out here breeding. Oh my god.
True. Was that your high point or was that Tristan's?
The birds bit was my high point.
We'll wait for Tristan to get his headphones back on.
Yeah,
Gotta keep
Tristan was
track.
talking about them being like the kids being tragic characters.
They are quite tragic.
I think he was
Especially-
going to elaborate on that too, but I'm not going to put anybody on the spot.
Yeah, it's tragic whenever you like are playing
Unless-
flute with one of your friends one day, and then your family accidentally murders his dad, and then you go to
Yeah.
apologize, and he's like, "I don't want to talk to you right now." And then his family murders one of your brothers, and then he comes to apologize, and you're like, "I don't want to talk to you right now. Why'd you even think he'd come try to talk to me? Such a bad idea. Don't you know what your family just did to my brother?"
So true though.
Of course, I don't want to play flute with you ever again. Get out of my face.
Good old Romeo Juliet situation there. My family hates your family, but you're kind of cool. I fuck with you.
Kind
But we're also part of the same family.
You're right.
So it's all just internal family fighting, really.
you know, cousins and the like.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. Matt, what's your Tristan, you have any more about to say about the kids being tragic characters, or do you want to hear Matt's high point of the show?
We can move on.
All right,
I got
Matt,
a
what's
high
your
point for you right here.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. My high point was, you remember that whole bit where we had Yoshinaka, the guy they referred to as the monkey of whatever, in the trees, like declaring before the battle, like, "Oh, I'll see you on the battlefield tomorrow," and then he pulled the sneak attack, and then there was the whole thing following up about he wants to be made the shogun. Well, like immediately after that, he just gets shot in the neck with an arrow and dies, like random act of violence in the middle of a battle. And
Sometimes it stops tyrants.
I mean,
if that ain't just the way it fucking goes.
but it's also one of those things where it's like,
True.
was this
It
an
wasn't even like
random act, or was this like a, yo, we see what
it could have been subterfuge entirely, like from his own dude or something. That's why maybe he didn't see it coming.
because it's
But like
his reign, was equally as bad, if not arguably a little worse, because his people were legit like, we won the war, we're gonna pillage and rape, and
yeah, he ain't great.
We're gonna accept our spoils of war. And everybody's kind of like, yo, we don't really fuck with that, bro. You like, we get that y'all are like the political elite, and you think you can do whatever, but like, you're really making everybody hate you right now. You can't just go around and rob people blind and rape their wives and expect everything to be okay.
That one's gonna cause trouble. Yeah.
Right. So then, when he dies, everyone was like, "Oh no, he's dead." Okay, anyway, moving on.
Oh, how tragic. Anyways, who's in charge now?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then that whole bit at the end with the fucking dolphins was so stupid. If the dolphins swim to our side, then we'll lose for sure. And nobody's doing anything. They're all just staring in the water to see where the fucking dolphins go. And it's like, there's no fucking way, like, physically this has any bearing on shit and or fuck.
No, it's just superstitions. And let's be real, superstitions at that time are a very big thing.
The dolphins are on their side of the lake. Shoot the rowers. Why didn't you shoot the rowers half a fucking hour ago?
You're asking people whose them and many of their neighbor civilizations refuse to use the number 4 when it comes to the 4th floor, 4th
Welcome
hotel
to fucking
room.
Italy, man.
They were because it's an unlucky number. Superstitions are real.
Italians love the number 3 and they hate the number 4. 3 in regards to the Holy Trinity, and also because out of 3, you can never get 4. You slice a pie into 6 pieces, 8 pieces, however many fucking pieces. You take one away, eventually you're going to get down to 4.
But never if you just do 3 pieces immediately.
No, that's why, like, Italian desserts are so horny for the number 3. Whenever you get Sambuca for your espresso, it's always 3 Sambuca seeds in the licorice.
Well, I also know part of that
licorice
is like
extract.
It's like with espresso martinis, you're supposed to put 3 coffee beans in there, but that stands for past, present, future. It's another like superstition thing.
They're just jerking off to the number 3. It's just
Look, maybe holy numbers are onto something.
The superstition. That being said, go Birds.
Go Birds.
Numerology.
Winning by a field goal.
Numerology is a real thing.
Winning by 2 missed field goals within the span of 60 seconds.
Nice. Yeah, numerology is real. Let's see. What was my favorite part outside of the overall production? Goodness. Probably was Loki was probably when the fuck off grandpa said, "If you ain't Heike, you ain't human." Because I was like, damn.
I like the part where the grandpa was like cooking alive, and everybody said, "Oh no, he's going to hell." It's like, yeah, but not yet.
Yeah, we can't make fun of it yet. And apparently, in the I don't remember if they did this in the show or not, but in the video I was watching, I was like recapping the historical books version of this. Apparently they at the time they were making puns about like the Heike have fallen, because how you would say like the clan and like vase jar at the time sounded very similar. So like they would like knock
Okay.
over the vase jar and be like, "Oh, the vase jar has fallen. Oh no, the vase jar is broken. What shall we do? What an ugly vase jar, am I right?"
Oh, that sounds really fucking funny.
Yeah,
That
there was
sounds like the
just
kind of thing that would have gotten you called into the office in middle school.
oh, for sure, for sure. But I as a little bit of outside stuff that I looked up, that was very funny.
You and all
To
your
me.
friends just start calling some kid Jeffrey. It's not his name, but you refer to him as Jeffrey whenever you want to make fun of him. It's like, man,
we
can you
call him-
believe it? Jeffrey's so fucking stupid. I wish he was dead.
Dude, fucking Jeffy Epps over here, man.
Man, that might be why Jeffrey Epstein killed himself, actually, now that I think about it.
It's true in his maximum security cell. But yeah, I guess low points. I guess everybody's low point was the grandmother killing her grandchild.
No, that wasn't my low point.
But
I had a
okay,
few
I was
low
gonna say-
points.
I'm sure you did. All right, what were they? What gave you the low points
Like in my life or in the show?
in the show? I know nobody wants to hear
Oh,
about
okay.
your life low points.
Well, it all started when I met my wife.
I thought that'd be a high point.
Well, at the time, it was a low point. Things clearly got better.
Oh, okay.
That
That
there's
makes
some
more sense.
context that makes that really, really fucking funny, but I'm not gonna tell anybody about it because it's embarrassing. By that I mean I'm not gonna tell anybody about it while there's a microphone right over here. But no. First and foremost, you've already mentioned, the I'm gonna take you to a different place. It's called like fucking like
the Dragon
Sacred
King's
Land or
Palace?
whatever, or the fucking Paradise Land or some bullshit.
It's called the Dragon King's Palace. Please put some respect on it.
Yeah, the Dragon King's
don't
Palace
fucking
that
know.
rests beneath the sea.
That being said, like it was really fucking funny that they had a child emperor, but like that
Yeah.
happens all the fucking time. I bet.
Yeah.
It's
Um,
more common than you'd think.
But like not just that, there were a few times throughout the story when I kind of felt like, what the fuck are we even doing here? Like when Biwa left and was still having visions, and it's like, oh, I need to see this through. It's like, you are seeing it through. Like involuntarily, just keep having your fucking visions, man. You're getting kind of all the important bits without having to deal with it.
True.
But instead of
Yeah, but-
staying there with her blind elderly mother, she goes back across the fucking country to the capital
Yeah, to the sea.
to go hang out with a bunch of people who the last time she saw them said, "Nah, we don't fuck with you. We don't want you around anymore. You're a poor piece of shit. You're not family."
True. I think for me the craziest thing was when they're in the valley and 70,000 people are slaughtered. And
Right?
he literally comes back, like, he runs away because, let's be real, he's still basically a kid. Runs away, his people get thrown over the fucking mountainside, and he goes back to Grandpa and he's just like, I just lost 70,000 people, and they're like, that was like a lot of our troops. Like, we can't just replenish
was-
those overnight. Like, what the fuck?
At the time, that's like a full fucking city, man. That's like a city and
Yeah.
all of like the support staff living outside the city, like farmland style.
That's a whole functional country at that time.
That's a whole fucking generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy to think, back in the day, people used to really, do shit like that. And it's just like, God, I can't even imagine how brutal wars were back then, where you lose that many people in the blink of an eye overnight. You're just fucking.
Because of a fucking 16-year-old kid's decision.
And
Yep.
it's just like, imagine these commoners just being like, yep, you're being rounded up, you gotta fight for the army, you gotta go, and it's just like, man, I don't even fucking like these people. Like, hopefully I make it home in one piece so I can get back to my simple farming life.
Yeah, like-
and...
Who says
they
I
said-
have to? Oh, it's the king's orders. Well, I didn't vote for him.
yeah. Yeah, they said I'm not a person.
Yeah, right.
I ain't going.
We need 70,000 men. I'm actually a rodent, according to the king, or whatever.
According to the king, I don't exist.
I'm not
No
a
thanks.
person. I'm not a man.
It's just
I'm something you'll never understand.
it's just so wild. And then, we have all the political marriages. So it's like, yes, we do have the main emperor, but then his son gets married, and so then he's like kind of emperor in command, I guess, and then he dies.
We've got like 4 emperors or 4 people with the title of emperor through this story.
Yeah, because you can just retire.
Yeah. So
You fucking can. Apparently, it's not that divine an appointment if you could just say, nah, fuck this, I'm done. God, pick someone else.
Well, yeah, because it's all about securing power for your offspring and their offspring and their.
Yeah, so
They'll want to become emperor again.
I'm starting to think this might all be bullshit.
Who's to say, man? Who's to say? Certainly not I. Maybe the powers that be will have another say at it tomorrow.
I can't wait for it to happen.
When it happens, things will change.
When it happens, I might just celebrate.
Yeah. As for me, probably my least favorite moment was having to watch that kid get brutally murdered on the beach. For honor.
For honor. It's sad when
he insisted upon it himself.
He did.
It's sad that,
So,
that
like,
the guy saw his face and was like, damn, this is a child. I might just let him live. And then all his buddies run up behind him and he's like, oh, peer pressure, I can't let this kid live.
Yeah.
The kid's sitting there telling him, like, go ahead. Fucking, I bet murdering this child will bring you so much status and fortune. And he's like, well, when you put it that way.
Yeah.
Not wrong. He's not wrong about it.
No, it's up there with,
But
like...
yeah. That and then
the
his
insanity
2
of it, though,
brothers
is up
jumping
there
off
with,
the
like...
boat right after that. Because he got murdered. Like, damn,
Okay,
y'all are leaving.
One of them jumped off after the other one. He didn't jump off himself.
True.
This is true. He jumped off because the other one jumped off. He's like, yeah, maybe I'll go
like,
join
do
him. That
something
seems like
original,
a good idea.
bozo.
No, we're going to the Dragon's King Palace.
Drink the fucking
The whole
blue
gang-
soup, idiot.
The whole gang's gonna be there. Didn't you hear? But
We're gonna get the family band back together in hell.
Well, maybe just Grandpa's in hell. I think the rest of us aren't.
Yeah, I think the other ones are a little better off.
Grandpa's for sure in hell. Grandma's in hell. Uncle's in hell.
Isn't that so cute though? They're like together in the afterlife.
I guess our sister's in hell because she was the emperor's mother and she like condoned the actions that
But she did also
emperor.
murder an emperor.
So I guess our sister's going to hell too. Maybe we just go to hell.
Not
to
allowed
join
to do that.
Maybe
We are getting the family band back together.
Yeah,
in hell.
maybe we let Dad just be in heaven by himself.
Just shaking his head, so fucking disappointed.
Didn't have to be this way, Dad.
Well, at least Biwa wasn't a rotten egg.
I guess that brings us into to Inu-Oh. Unless we have any last little points for the Heike Monogatari.
Yeah, I thought it was fucking hilarious that both of her parents were blind.
That was funny.
That's fucking peak comedy. I don't even give a shit about like the ability to see like the future or like the mind's eye shit that Mom was talking about. Like, just
I mean, it's one of those things where like after seeing Inu-Oh, it kind of makes more sense because like that whole Biwa troupe is just a group of blind people that learned how to play the guitar so that they can busk on the streets and make money to survive. So
I'm pretty sure she goes blind after the whole family dies. So what a connection that is as well.
Yeah,
it's fitting, but like
I'm here to witness it.
There's just such a fucking
eye.
like fetish for eyeballs in this. Basically, they're talking about like, oh, you have that dead guy's eyes. It's like, first of all, this isn't fucking Naruto. She didn't take his Sharingan.
Matt,
but
do you
it's
know
just,
the other
I get
ocular
it. They're like
jutsus in Naruto?
yes, the Byakugan, the fucking Rinnegan.
But you didn't finish it, so
Actually, the
like,
Rinnegan. Wait, the Rinnegan's part of the Sharingan, isn't it?
No,
It's like
the
the evolved
Sharingan's part of the
final form.
Rinnegan.
no.
It's like
No,
the
that's a
final form of the
Mangekyo.
Sharingan or whatever.
No, that's a Mangekyo Sharingan's the final form of the Sharingan. The Rinnegan's the final form of all optical jutsu.
Sure.
It's actually close. It's actually closer. Really, it's actually closer to the Byakugan nature than the Sharingan.
Yeah.
I think all ocular jutsu is bullshit.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Unless you're
Byakugan's
shooting
the coolest
lasers out
one,
of your
though.
eyeballs, don't fuck with it.
Yeah, and we're not talking about you, Scott. Those aren't lasers. Those are concussive blasts.
They're not even concussive blasts. He's just opening a portal to another dimension that's full of concussive energy. He's not blasting shit. He's just like a conduit for shit.
I'm still torn on it. Like, it's cool in theory, but I kind of thought lasers were cooler.
Lasers were way cooler.
Lasers were so much cooler.
They made it
but,
really
you know,
stupid with the sunglasses, though.
the
Where it's
ruby
like-
tinted sunglasses.
Fucking like, where are my sunglasses? Gene, help! It's like,
Dude,
no,
I wonder if-
motherfucker, you're not Velma. Find your goddamn sunglasses. You're a superhero.
I wonder if sunglasses would have helped Tomina and stop him from getting cut by the Imperial Regalia.
Maybe. Something
maybe.
that these shows needed a little bit more of was like the old school like feudal Chinese punishment, like the waist chop and like being pulled apart by horses and shit. It felt
Well,
like
that would've
anytime
been-
someone was being executed, it was just by like sword.
Well, Matt, that would have been problematic as they're Japanese.
Well, like
and
I
not
know it's
Chinese.
not Chinese, but like I'm talking about like the exacerbated executions, like the style of it.
I mean, to be
Yeah, but
fair,
that's not them,
we
though.
didn't really actually see a lot of the executions. A lot of the actual executions were cutaways, and we got the flowers in the water. So, like,
Yeah.
we could have had a mixed variety in there, but just for a quicker, cohesive story,
if you are like a ruling clan that's gone completely off the rails with power, I just feel like you're going to be doing some insane bullshit, and I think we needed more of that.
That's fair. We did
Well,
see a
yeah,
little
we
bit
said-
of it in the beginning with the son of Shikimori being a little brat and riding past the whoever the fuck it was, and then they
Yeah.
beat him up. And then Grandpa's like, "Nah, you're not gonna beat up my grandson. I'm gonna teach all y'all a lesson." It's like, God, okay, yeah, y'all are kind of fucked. And
Yeah,
then
we also got away with-
throwing shit.
we do kind of see
We also
it
got away
in-
with burning a temple to the ground.
That was a big one, yeah.
not just a temple, but a temple, and then what ended up turning into like what, an entire city. Like, oh, we'll just light some fires so we can see at night. Oh no, the fires
And then
got
when
out
the
of control.
monks came back because they were mad about their temple being burned down, all of the soldiers were very expressly told, "Do not shoot the shrine. We don't fuck with that." And you know what? Not only, or he was saying, don't shoot the shrine and don't shoot like lethal shots. Not only did they shoot the shrine, like fucking riddle that bitch with arrows, there are like 1,000 dead bodies in front of it.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then
So-
we do see a exacerbated killing in Inu-Oh when they kill the Biwa player, and they like, he's like still trying to play the Biwa, and they cut off one of his arms, and then he's like, "Nah, that ain't gonna stop me." So then they cut off his other arm, and then he's like, "Oh fuck, I can't play this anymore." And then they're like, head gone.
Then he Gene Simmons that shit.
Pretty much, he did that for hundreds of years because he changed his name back to Tomina.
True.
Yeah, Tomina Shigaraki.
Inu-Oh was really interesting.
See-
It really got me thinking.
See,
that,
they pop up all the time.
I feel like like, yes, it had like the mysticism or whatever, and like those spiritual, supernatural elements combined, but knowing that it too was based off of a historical account, I feel like the actual dancer was probably someone with like leprosy from the way it was kind of described. And that's probably why they just stayed shrouded with the mask and whatnot, but like, just because you're a leper doesn't mean you can't sing and dance, you know? Just keep that shit covered and people won't
Well,
judge you too
just
harshly.
do it by yourself.
So I thought it was interesting.
I also thought it was interesting. But yeah, I guess any favorite moments in Inu-Oh, any favorite performances, characters, overall thoughts, Matt? You don't like art.
Okay, so like you're right for the most part. I appreciate art,
Yeah.
but sometimes it just
Hmm.
it makes my fucking lizard brain feel like I'm being talked down to, like it's too pretentious. Usually
There's nothing
through no fault of
pretentious.
its own. Just like looking at it, it's just like, man, fuck that. Fuck that.
What? There's nothing even pretentious in Inu-Oh. It's the most fun, like quick,
It's
like
like
90-minute movie I've seen in a while.
well, like I went to a Frida Kahlo exhibit once.
Oh,
And like
well,
the self-portrait I saw, and you know what? I held my phone up and the little dog filter on Snapchat recognized the face in the portrait, because that's a fun little game to play at the art museum. Is it photorealistic enough?
Yeah,
Or
that is a fun game.
does the filter recognize this as a person? It's like, you know what? That's a good self-portrait. But at the same time, when it put that on, I had to take the picture because now it's art. Like SpongeBob style.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't appreciate art properly is the problem. Properly
Okay.
by other people's definitions.
That's I mean, everybody appreciates art in their own way.
Jackson Pollock cum shot paintings, they're hilarious to me. I don't know why people look at them like they're introspective, though.
It awakens something introspective in them. Not that they were
Actually,
painted in an introspective way, but it's more of a, this makes me feel some kinds of way, and I must explore this deeper within myself.
There is actually just an art form where, like, they have exhibits where a dude will just put a bunch of pictures of ladies he's ejaculated on and call it art. And it's like, that's like the anime character showing off the collection of panties they've stolen and calling it art. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here?
We're living our
Maybe
best
I'm just
Master
not
Roshi
wired
life.
right. I'm just not wired right. That's the problem. I'm not artisanal.
Yeah, you're not a cheese.
Unless I'm playing support.
Fair enough. But yeah, good old Orin. As for I guess a little bit of backstory, I did see this originally in theaters. Forgot to mention that earlier. And
yeah,
I felt mildly out of place. There was like 5 people in the theater. It was me and they all look like Redditors, is all I'll say.
Okay, that tracks.
And I don't think they also knew it was going to be a musical. Like, I didn't know it was going to be a musical. So, like, whenever the song about the whale started and it was like all funky and shit, I actually started clapping along with the audience in the movie. And they were all sitting there in their chairs like this. Damn, y'all suck.
Half of them left.
I think 2 of them did get up and leave in the movie.
Yes!
I was like, that's crazy to me, but whatever, man. Your prerogative.
It's just like when I went to go see Sausage Party in theaters.
I wanted to leave when I saw Sausage Party in theaters.
No,
but I did not.
I wasn't like super into it at first. But the second I saw like 20 sets of parents with their small children get up and walk out of the theater, I was hooked.
Yeah, after I realized it was all big sex joke, I was like, I don't.
What parent in their right mind saw an animated movie called Sausage Party and thought, this isn't an innuendo. I could definitely
Plus,
take
like,
my young children to see this
the
because it's an
trailer for
animated
it was
movie.
like the scene of the fucking hot dog guy getting stabbed and cut in half.
That's the thing. It's animated.
And, like, you
and
see
we
it's a
live
Seth Rogen,
in
Jonah
America.
Hill bullshit movie. Like, what are we doing here?
Again, it's animated and we live in America. People don't take the medium seriously.
True.
They think it's
That's
just
the
for
problem.
children.
That's the
Kind of the-
problem.
it's
Despite
kind of the
the
same
R
reason-
rating on it.
It's why I understand why Sony dove so hard into like these mature story-based video games because they wanted to be taken seriously. That's the only way to get people to take you seriously. But you know, it'd be really nice to have a game called Up Your Arsenal. Just saying.
I think they did have that, wasn't it? Like Army of Two, Up Your Arsenal or something?
Oh no, Army of Two wasn't one exclusive or mainly.
Fuck if
What
I
I'm
know.
talking about here. Yes, they did have a game called Up Your Arsenal. It was Ratchet and Clank.
Mid.
What is mid about Ratchet and Clank?
Every iteration of the game that isn't Ratchet Deadlock, because Game Show is gas.
Have you played Rift Apart?
Nope. I've actually only played the one.
one. Shut the fuck up. But yeah, I guess High Point and Inu-Oh. Let's get back on track.
My favorite was probably that first musical piece where they're talking about all the arms being cut off. Just because it's like this was like a really cool like impromptu street performance. You've got like a pseudo full band playing, and then they're like, "Check out Under the Bridge that we're playing at," and I love how some people still didn't get that, and they like went to go see the actual like main dance, whatever, and then they come back, and they're like, "Oh wait, it's Under the Bridge." Oh, but just the way they had it set up, and like the stunts and effects they pulled, I was like, man, if this like actually happened and you're like this like 16th century peasant and you see fucking hands burst out of the ground, even if they're made out of straw, you'd be like, oh, that was fucking sick as hell.
We're fucking summoning zombies and shit, man.
You're right.
Yeah.
So, my favorite part was, we've already kind of touched on it, Alex. You had mentioned it had all started out like with busking and everything because they were disabled. And like my favorite part is kind of the extrapolation from that, in that we live in an era where so much has been like manicured, basically, where like groups are forced together because like, oh, you know, this is a group of disabled veterans playing in a band together, and that's like their shtick or gimmick. But like the fact that this was like a very organic kind of, I don't want to call it a sob story, but like it's the American Idol sob story, but without being like manufactured bullshit.
Well, it's like,
So
fuck,
it's
I'm
like-
blind, I'm kind of wandering along, I need to rely on the help of others, and then you meet someone playing guitar and you're like, oh, that's fucking really cool. And then they're like, oh yeah, I'm blind. And it's like, oh, I'm blind. You're telling me I could do that? They're like, yeah, here, come with me. I'll teach you the ropes and show you the way.
Yeah.
So like,
Good
And
old
it's-
communities.
yeah.
it's just a very neat kind of perspective to, or a neat lens, I suppose, to look at that through.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the temple that fucking is that they mentioned at the end of the movie, because sorry, I should have done more background. But like the dance style that the dad was teaching it's the no dance
Mhm.
and N-O-H. Like a super traditional art form, actually. And I'm assuming that temple that the protege somewhat of Inu-Oh there at the end, or whatever, it started as like a really important one. That'd be like a cool trip for somebody, Japan trip.
True.
if someone was going to Japan.
True.
Just
I
saying.
mean, we all are.
Well, hopefully, eventually, at one point in our lives. And
Anybody's Japan trip 2026, we're never coming home.
Again, I literally probably would not. Again, I
Spider-Man
literally
No Way Home. We all dress up,
the,
go to Japan, and don't come back.
the worst of the Spider-Man movies.
I disagree.
Yes. Okay. What's the worst one?
Do you really want me to say it?
Say it.
I swear to God.
I'm not.
Say it. Say it. Say it. Which one is it? Which one's the worst Spider-Man movie?
Spider-Man 1. Green Goblin's a fake villain.
See, now I know you're lying.
2, far superior.
Yes. This is correct. Spider-Man 2 is
I love
in fact
sequels.
superior.
I also love the Aragon movie.
Rest in peace.
All right. Well, definitely two of
Stay
those things
fucking
were
dead.
alive. Two of those things are alive for sure.
So much better. It could be done well.
Dude, I mean, yeah, look at the How to Train Your Dragon live action. Oh, sorry, the How to Train Your Dragon mostly animated remake.
It's so funny to call them live action.
Lion King live action.
Like, what? Like, what are we doing?
This is my
here?
live action dragon that doesn't exist.
Yep, on our island structure that also doesn't exist. But look, we built a building for the set.
Alright, but think about how hard the movie would go if they just removed the CGI like fucking Minecraft.
Okay, but you watched a
This
copy
is
of
my
the movie that
amorphous pink and brown blob.
I still really want to find a copy of that and watch that.
His name is
That's
Toothless because he's an amorphous blob. I fuck with it.
really made in abyss coated. But yeah, Inu-Oh is such a nice little surprise. I do think arguably the biggest downside to Inu-Oh is the backstory of how Inu-Oh got cursed in the first place. It kind of felt a little shoehorned in there at the end.
Yeah.
With the low key. We probably didn't need that, but it was good. It was nice to get that wrapped up. What any low points in Inu-Oh for y'all?
I mean,
other than
for Matt, outside of it being art for you, Matt.
Okay, there we go. No.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that we didn't go through 7 minutes of Matt being like, yeah, it was art, and it just really felt like art, and it made me not feel appreciative.
I resented that they were trying to make me feel things, and it's like, you know what? Maybe I am a little bit of a contrarian. Jake always says it, but I don't believe him.
It's you were yelling at your football team that was winning because they weren't winning hard enough.
They won 10-7, Alex.
That's a win. Now, I don't really have much room to talk because every time that I see the Celtics fucking give the ball to fucking White and he misses another three, or the person that just scored for the Celtics.
Derek White is the engine for that offense. Everybody feeds because he feeds them. Or everybody eats because he feeds them.
He's not even the point guard. He's the shooting guard.
He's not the point guard because they have to put fucking Peyton Pritchard in the starting offense.
Look,
Peyton Pritchard, who is like 6'1".
Look, all I'm saying is that, and then immediately the person that just scored immediately fouling on defense every single time without fail.
Yeah,
it tilts me.
I'm not going to lie. A lot.
It tilts me. It tilts me beyond belief. What are we doing here, guys? What are we doing? So I don't have much room to talk. I understand, but I'm just saying, these are things.
If there's one thing I'm really good at, it's managing my parasocial relationships.
That's fair. It's important to do that. Yeah, we don't want any Mimo room situations going on here. Matt, have you seen Perfect Blue?
Sure.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Actually,
what?
You don't strike me as that.
I feel like I'm going to be putting a lot of movies on the list for next year.
Well, first of all, fuck you, fuck me. But Also, like, I'm gonna devour you or whatever. I've seen Perfect Blue, I
Okay.
think.
You should have just said, "Yeah, I watched that movie with Natalie Portman. I saw Perfect Blue."
Yeah.
Natalie Portman.
Yeah, Black Swan.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I saw what happened to Emiru at TwitchCon. I've seen Perfect Blue. Yeah, I saw how society treated Britney Spears in the early 2000s.
And
I saw Perfect Blue.
female rising pop star that had just recently turned 18.
Yeah.
What do
I've
you mean
seen
pop
Perfect
star?
Blue.
Just female in the public sphere in general, unfortunately. Didn't we have a whole thing with like Jenna Ortega like a month ago? Like lambasting all like the cringe AI shit people were doing when she was
Probably
underage.
that would make sense.
Yeah, that would make sense actually.
I think it was like a month ago.
I guess any final thoughts on Inu-Oh before we wrap up? Anything else we want to say about how much of a good fucking time this movie is? This movie is actually so good.
It's not my art, but I recognize it's art.
That's fair. That's fair. They can't all be they can't all be Johnny from Tatami Galaxy.
They can't all be SpongeBob from Sonic Racing Crossworlds.
Is he out?
No, no.
Oh.
No, it's been like 2 days since we got the Yakuza event.
Oh, Yakuza
since the
event happened?
Yakuza- Well, it just ended.
Fuck, why didn't you tell me?
I did!
No, you didn't. You told me about the Persona event and I missed the Persona event.
Oh, you know what? That might have been Jake I was telling about it.
Jake even
Not
play
that he's
Yakuza?
ever going to play Sonic Racing Crossworlds.
You should.
In
It's a
his
good
own
game.
words, it's because he's not a racist like I am.
I think the word you're looking for is racer. Racer.
You don't have to call me sir. We're friends.
Okay. Okay. Tristan, how about you?
No, just I enjoyed them. They were good. Had a good time.
That's good. So you're I guess last question. What was y'all's favorite performance?
I said it was the hand song.
Yeah, yours was the hand, mine's the whale / dolphins. Matt, what's
Can I
yours?
be completely candid?
Yeah.
They all kind of blend into one for me. I really don't do musicals, like outside of like Dr. Horrible's sing-along vlog.
Well, I got bad news. We're doing a musical next season for sure for non-anime.
Oh, okay. Well,
I've made the decision on what I'm putting in there.
it's not that I have anything against musicals either. I just
It's okay.
consuming the media or consuming content through the medium, I guess. It just for some reason when it stops being like a scene unfolding and it's just like a performance, my brain shuts off and it's just like, all right, vibes. In the same way, like I had the same issue with fucking K-pop Demon Hunters, where like at multiple points in the well, no, like they have a musical number come up and that becomes something that is plot relevant, but like I'm already fucking checked out. It's too late. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that Soda Pop was the best song from K-pop.
It fucks so hard. I don't know why everybody's jerking off to Golden.
Because everybody loves the finale. Like that was the song she was working up to the whole time, you know.
True.
We got little snippets of it here and there, but had time to really get in your head. Whereas Soda Pop came in, blew our brains, and said, "All right, I'm out of here."
It's true.
My little Soda Pop. But yeah, I guess that brings us to characters. You know, I guess we can kind of all blend them into one as the characters do reoccur through songs and theming. So yeah, and it feels kind of odd calling historical figures our favorite characters. So
I was really fond of that Napoleon Bonaparte character. He just seemed really tenacious.
You could say that. You could call him tenacious. Sure. It's an option. I think Robespierre from Rose of Versailles definitely went on to do great things in his life. Yes.
Well, he was scripted too. That's just the way the movie was written.
Yeah. The fucking musical fucking remake. Fuck you now. I'm still so salty about that. Like, I was so excited, and then I saw a musical, and I was like, what? In Rose of Versailles? Why? It's like, it's not even like a love story like that, really. And we already have a French Revolution musical. It's called Les Miserables, and it's good. It's a good
nickel
musical.
for every French Revolution musical.
You'd have a couple nickels.
I'd probably have like $1.
Probably at this point, to be honest. Just I'm saying we have a really popular one. It's right there. I mean, granted, I don't know why they fucking casted Russell Crowe in it.
Gladiator.
But whatever.
True.
Can't sing though. Seems like I sing
Hugh
and
Jackman.
I can't sing. Well, I saw Phantom.
And Greatest Showman.
The World's Greatest Showman, yeah.
Oh, I didn't watch that because I don't support.
Well,
Barnum.
He does like theater singing though, where it's like Johnny Cash talk singing almost. Except for the part where he's Australian.
That's true, but Tomina does real singing. I think he was probably actually I'm lying. Inu-Oh is my favorite character. Yeah, for sure, dude. Inu-Oh is fucking sick. I love that guy. That guy's awesome. From terrorizing town people to putting on great performances.
True. I'm gonna go with Shigemori just because this all could have been avoided if anybody listened to him.
That's another good one. But unfortunately, he was scripted to die way too early.
So we are doing just favorite characters from both of them, like overall.
Yeah, because I mean, all of the characters in Heike except Biwa are directly referenced in.
Yeah,
sure. In song and dance.
Well, shoot. I guess that kind of simplifies things for me.
Of course, will be separate though, because they are different properties.
For the reason you think, but my favorite character was Yoshinaka, the monkey of whatever the fuck he's from.
Not for the reason we think. What does that mean?
Folks would normally think it was because, he was very brass in that he played a little trick on the army because of their greater numbers. And normally I'm all for a haha funny little prank. But you know what? No, I fuck with the goddamn lead scrote this guy's got, where he walks in and says, "Nah, you're gonna make me the goddamn shogun," and then dies. Like the next fucking day. Like the next fucking day.
Yeah, you can be the shogun in the Dragon King's palace.
It's the pure irony of like, nah, you know what? I'm gonna be the ass man. Gets fired.
Yeah, you're gonna be the ass man in the Dragon King's palace.
Yeah, and then I get demoted or whatever with an arrow through my neck.
Yeah. But then you get promoted in the Dragon King palace.
Again, somehow.
Yeah, because you went to a different department after you got shot in the neck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, they can't fire you for an on the. Imagine if we were all cops,
bro. Anybody's content farming. We all go through police training and see which one of us can pass the test. Spoiler alert: it's all of us because the standards are really low.
I was about to be like none of us because we've all committed felonies, but
I got bad news for you, brother.
I got bad news for you. You can't prove that in a court of law.
They don't like the felonies we've committed. They're okay with the other felonies. So what we really need to do is wash out all of those drug-related offenses by punching women.
I see.
Say, I
see.
do have a wife. I could show them that I beat her and be accepted as
No,
part
no,
of the
no,
game.
Ooh. No, what you need
Well,
to do
actually,
is
hold on, you might score double points with that one.
No, what you need to do is you need to get a dummy phone, clone your wife's phone onto that dummy phone, show up to the interview before they ask you any questions, say, here's an entire cloned copy of my wife's phone to show that I'm prepared to protect and serve and not misuse our surveillance system.
Then the dude's just sitting there scrolling through her nudes.
Like,
yes. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, you're in.
Yeah,
you're
you
in.
are awful qualified. Would you mind, I need one of these a week.
Does your wife have friends? Can you clone their phones too?
National security.
Obviously. We actually just got a contract from Cash Patel. You might have heard of him. Third owner of the Antibodies podcast.
I can't believe it's come to this, man.
Me neither, dude. I never thought any of us would sell to Cash Patel.
Listen, I didn't either, but like he made me a Godfather offer.
Fair enough.
All the money he had in his pocket at the time.
It was $20.
62 cents.
You got Mr. Krabs. Oh man. All right. Well, what scores did Cash to put for this, Matt? For Heike Monogatari?
Hold on. Let me see what he has to say. Okay. All right. Cash says Heike Monogatari, the TV show, not to be confused with Heike Monogatari, the movie, Inu-Oh. We're gonna go ahead and give the TV show, unfortunately, a 6 strings on your BWA out of 10. It's a really fucked up instrument.
Oh, that hurt. That one hurt. 6 out of 10. Oof. I think you gave Chain Soldier more than that. That one hurts my soul.
Chain Soldier got a 9.
Yeah. Tristan, what are you giving? Give it old Heike.
I'm gonna give it.
Okay, hold on. I see what I've done here.
I'm gonna give it 7 dead relatives out of 10.
6, 7.
6, 7. 6, maybe 7.
Well, this is funny because I'm actually going to give it an 8. So
you know what? Hey, why was 6 afraid of 7?
Because 7, 8, and then 9 because that's my score for Inu-Oh. It's 9. So, oh wait, what was my fucking thing for it? 8 family branches thrown into the river out of 10. And then for
the number of flower petals we saw hitting the water in the show, it might have been more than 8 branches.
Yeah. I mean, it's the whole tree. The whole tree's barren at this point.
70,000 flower petals later.
Yeah, and then I guess for Inu-Oh, what we got? What are our scores for old Inu-Oh here?
Well, you gave it a 9, and I'm gonna give it 8 cool street performances out of 10.
Nice. And yeah, it's 9. It's 9 seconds from seeing the light to being completely blind for the rest of your life. That's the time it takes. Just ask Matt Murdock.
You know what? That's a really fucking good segue. There's a bit in Dispatch about someone yelling, she's temporarily blinded me. And then the character that blinded him yells, bitch, what? You're blind forever.
I'd be so sad.
Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna unfortunately give this 5 guys that are blinded forever out of 10.
What? What?
I know, it's art. I know, it's me. I know. But like...
Oh my god!
I heard 8 and 9 and I got really embarrassed.
Oh my god.
What is wrong with me? Why do I always do this to my friends? I'm fucking sweating, man. This is really uncomfortable. Can we move on?
Yeah. Wow. Hey. Well, if he's got a 6 and a 5, next week's gonna get a fucking 2.
Is it another musical?
Next week we're watching. No, it's Matt's gonna get real chatty. He's gonna. Matt's gonna
Next
see a
week
cute
we're
little
watching
guy.
High School Musical with Zac Efron.
That's great. That's a classic. I love High School Musical. But no, we're watching Takapi's Original Sin, and I can't wait for Matt to be like, "Oh, this cute little guy," and then be like, "Fuck this cute little guy. This shit gets a 1."
What did he do?
I'm guessing it hits all
You'll
the check
see.
marks. So it's got time travel, it's got mind control, it's got singing, it's got art.
Yeah. It's got a message. It tries to make you feel things. It's got everything that Matt hates. You know what? I'll do my best to tell you what, Matt. For the next season, I'll do my best to find the most mid show that's about lying to your love interest while somehow being enslaved to them. And then you'll be like, "This is cinema.
Oh,
This
so
is
we're
a
watching
10 out of 10
We're watching
masterpiece."
Rent a Girlfriend next season?
Oh, Matt would love Rent a Girlfriend. Matt would love Rent a Girlfriend.
I do. It's shitty anime. I love it.
He'd be like, "This main character is the best."
Oh, guys, I'm getting boobed so hard right now. We're basically doing one of those Chinese era, like feudal era public executions, but to me, we're gonna shame him to death in front of his friends.
Like, what is happening? Anyways, this has been
You
the
ever have one of those
Buddies.
nightmares where all your friends and family are gathering up, telling you you're not good enough, and that there's all kinds of things wrong with you?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, sorry.
This probably
Did
feels
I say
like it.
dreams? Did I say dreams?
Yeah.
I meant one of those
I'm
interventions.
insane. Oh my god, this is like whenever you get your brick stolen, even though you weren't gonna do anything negative to the person. Turd.
Listen,
They weren't gonna do anything. They had the win secured, and they said, "I'm gonna fuck you on my way out the door."
I didn't think that would cause this kind of lasting strife.
It's okay. It's
The
okay.
math
You gotta
checked
power
out.
You gotta, yeah, the math checked out. You know, you gotta power the Spite engine. But until next time, drink your water and appreciate art because art is good.
Please appreciate art enough for the both of us.
Yeah, you gotta appreciate art for you. All right, everybody have a good time. I don't know what time you're listening.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.